Hi, good evening, friends. It's very chilly outside. This is Dr. Chetna Jain once again, Director and Senior Consultant at the Cloud9 Hospital, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. So, today we are going to talk on how to look after yourself in winter, that is, pregnancy care during winters. So, why is it so important about talking of pregnancy care? Because what happens is it's so cold, and we are all very cozy in our rajais, blankets, and stuff that we don't come out of the room, and we would like to sleep a lot of time. And during this time, we forget to drink water and we become dehydrated. More so because there's a lot of heater going on, heating in the house, and then you tend to drink hot drinks. You also have a hot shower, and then you don't drink water. So that can lead to dehydration, which is not good for you. So ensure that you drink at least 8 glasses of water. Maybe in summer you need 12 glasses. So now 8 glasses should suffice. But if you think you're still thirsty after eight, take more. So do not think that if I drink a lot of water, I will have to get up. No, so you have to end up having at least 8 glasses of water every day to stay hydrated and maintain a healthy body and a healthy skin. Then, second most important thing is get your flu shot. Now, what happens is during pregnancy, the immunity is lower, and the virus becomes more virulent if you catch infection. So it is, and you've seen COVID, you have seen all, so you know how bad it could be in virus. So respiratory viruses can typically be prevented by taking a flu vaccine. So if you think that your immunity is poor and you recover the difficulty from cold or otherwise also during pregnancy, it's a good idea to take your flu vaccine. The other thing that you're supposed to do is still you have to stay active. Now you might say that nowadays it rains outside. Last 2 3 days it's been raining, or it's very cold, or it's there's a lot of pollution also. And how do I go outside? So in this scenario, you have to identify some indoor physical activity and do it. If you don't like to do anything, you can just do some floor mopping of your own house, and that will suffice. That will give you adequate exercise. But certainly, going out is a good idea during the daytime. If you're at home, then during the daytime you can walk, cover your face, cover your skin so that you don't spoil your skin. There's a lot of pigmentation of the skin, so apply adequate amount of sunscreen, wear sunglasses, wear a sun protective hat, and then go out and walk around in your community hall. You can walk on the garden of your the compound, or wherever you find place you can walk, but ensure that in some or the other way you exercise so that you get adequate circulation of the body, because when you're sitting at one place, the circulation gets poorer and the cold is more. So body gets more chilly if you sit at one place. So please ensure that you're warm enough and you wear nice clothes and walk. Then the other thing is you have to be comfortable and you have to be careful while walking because the sensations are numb. So there's more possibility of, you can getting some hooker or some kind of injury from the stone or falling down. So be very careful, look around, ensure that your shoes are comfortable, that the floor is even, you don't twist your ankle, and walk carefully. But walk regularly, make keep your balance on and walk. And if you think you have difficulty in walking because of the change in the center of gravity of the body, you can walk alongside the railing. Wherever you find railing, you can catch it and walk it so that you don't fall. The skin becomes very itchy and flaky because of the dehydration and because of the cold, harsh winter striking against your skin, which takes away the moisture and certainly brings down the temperature. So that cracks the skin. So what is very important is stay hydrated and also apply adequate moisturizers. So you have to moisturize your body adequately. Coconut oil during the night time is a good idea. When you take bath in the morning, a lot of it will be wiped off, and then you can apply something light, some light oil or a less greasy moisturizer or a cold cream so that you feel comfortable but stay moisturized so that your skin doesn't itch or flake during pregnancy. Also, in the night time, you can start wearing gloves and socks and proper clothing so that you stay warm and do not become very dry. You must wear a tight fitting jacket and socks. The looser clothes you wear, like palazzo or even maxi, so they will ensure that a lot of hair grows inside your clothing and you will feel a little cold. So the best idea is to wear tightly snug clothes in layers and cover finally with the top layer, which is a thick jacket or something, and then only you go out and keep yourself covered like that, head to toe, so that you don't catch any cold. You should avoid chemical treatment, especially for hair, because they can contain lead or other chemicals which can lead to recurrent pregnancy loss, fetal growth restriction, and preterm labor. So you should avoid using hair treatment in pregnancy and try to manage your hair on your own rather than going to salon. Take your vitamins and supplements regularly on time. A lot of you end up missing iron, calcium, and stuff. Please ensure that you take your medicines very, very seriously and very regularly. So they are not medicines. Trust me, they are your food. This is a food for your baby. You need calcium. We Indians do not have adequate calcium in our diet. We do not have adequate iron in our diet, and you have to take it. In Western world, women do not take iron supplements and their hemoglobins are like 14, 15, 16. Here, in spite of taking iron, your hemoglobin will be 11. So it is important that you take it, otherwise you drop to 8 and you will need blood transfusion, which is not a good thing. Then, if by chance you catch cold, you must treat it early. If you need to take some anti-allergic, it has to be mild, at best avoided. You can take steam, gargles, some kind of antibiotics if required. They're available. Temperature should be controlled by paracetamol, and ensure that you take all the medicine and guidance with your physician and obstetrician so that you don't get any side effects to the baby or to yourself. Get regular massages because of the poor circulation. The body becomes very weak. The circulation is poor. The skin is numb. The skin is swollen and dry, flaky. There is water retention. So all this can be corrected by only one thing. You take warm oil massage. Certainly, you can't do it yourself. If you lie down with legs slightly elevated, like 30 degrees, and if somebody does it for you, you will find tremendous relief, and please do it in a relatively warm room and not expose yourself in a cold room. Use a humidifier. So air is very dry these days. Also, you need air purifier. So you might get purifiers with humidifier. Otherwise, ensure that you have so a lot of expense on the energy. You need a heater, you need a humidifier, and you need a purifier. But all this is important for the health of your child because the air has to be adequately warm, it has to be pure, and it has to have moisture so that you feel comfortable in your room. You must not forget that you have to eat healthy. Eat healthy, eat well, eat small, frequent meals. Now, what happens is during winters, most of the houses have a lot of fried stuff, a lot of pakoras, a lot of halwas. Today is Lohri, so a lot of Lohri celebration in terms of gajar, khariburi, gur, this, that, and that. All that can make you actually very fat, and this will deprive you of eating healthy. So ensure that you eat healthy by eating spaced meal every 2-3 hours. Eat just the way you were eating before. Ensure that you gain only healthy 8 to 10 kilos. Try to lose all your weight within 6 months of delivery. The biggest challenge is to put the tummy in. That is, where you need the help of a physiotherapist to learn and understand what kind of exercises you should do to put it back. But before that, you have to ensure that you do not gain too much weight, you do not leave your body very loose so that you don't become very flabby or very fat, and then later on you're unable to lose all that and you regret too much. The other thing that you would see is because in winters you get more stretch marks because the skin is more dehydrated and you tend to itch more. So it is very important that you stay hydrated, you stay moisturized, you do not scratch yourself. And if you think you're scratching too much, see your gynecologist who might request a liver function test to know that you have not developed any cholestasis or any other problem. So this is all for the winter care during pregnancy. If you have any queries, any questions related to the winter care or otherwise, even if the question is out of syllabus, that means not related to winter care, but otherwise any other obs and gynae topic, I am willing to take your questions. My telephone number is 9910907222. So you can WhatsApp me your questions on this number. If you have any queries, I'm willing to take. You, if you want to subscribe to this channel, you can like, or else I take leave and we meet again next week, same time. Thank you. Good day. There's a question here which popped up. So I'll just increase the font size and see how can I stay warm in winter while pregnant? So one is you must wear adequate clothing and we do a hot oil massage. Number two. Number three, you have to keep your room settings, the temperature in a way that you can run some kind of heater. If you don't have heater, you can use a hot water bag. You don't have a bag, you can take a glass bottle filled with very hot water and keep it inside your blankets, and you will find yourself very warm. Close all the doors and windows and open only during the daytime when you can get some fresh air so that the inside air remains warm. Avoid cross ventilation for some time. Can being cold cause miscarriage? No, unless it is extreme cold, and we don't see that kind of cold in India. It could be like minus temperatures, so we are still in plus, even if we are touching like 5, 6, but we are never like below -10 or -15, or the coldest countries have -50. So we don't reach that temperature, and such temperature, unless they're sub-zero, it cannot cause. Typically, a very low temperature is very unlikely to cause any harm to our babies because the babies remain warm in mother's womb. How do we take care of the skin during winters? So this the lecture was all about that only. So when you get up in the morning, avoid washing your face with a harsh face wash. You rather use a very soft one, or probably wash with curd or basin or similar. Then dry it immediately. Don't let it loose. Don't let it wet, and apply some moisturizer when you while after brushing your teeth again, ensure that your face is dry. Wash your hands carefully and apply moisturizer every time you wash your hands, because the corona we're washing very often. So I know it will be difficult, but every time you wash your hands, dry them and apply moisturizer. So similarly, before bathing also, if you are very, very dry, you can apply oil, take bath, and after bathing, you apply moisturizer. If you need to replenish it, you can do it again in the evening. But pregnant women in particular should look after their abdomen, breast, inner arms, and thighs so that they don't get stretch marks there. These are the places where we get more stretch marks compared to the rest of the body. Is there any diet I can maintain as I'm 3 months pregnant during winters? During winters, you do not need to specifically change anything, but a lot of you are avoiding things where your mother-in-law, mother will say that this is garam khana and you cannot eat. So there's no such thing. There's no garam khana. You can eat everything. So you can have cloves or you can have adrak, ginger. You can have all these things without any fear because you cannot ever consume anything in such large quantities that it can lead to miscarriage. So please feel free to drink warm tea, or you can certainly, if you put a very hot tea in your mouth, you burn yourself and your stomach. So that's not a good thing. But if you take warm liquids through the day, it will keep you warm and healthy and happy. So thank you so much, and see you next time, next Wednesday, same time. Thank you. Bye bye.